Hey, my name's Braeden Frae with LHS News. I interviewed Ronnie Roberts about the 1969 Alumni Hall of Fame. Let's check it out.
Well, the idea really came from Coach Herrig about a year and a half ago, and a committee was formed, really not associated with the school, but it was made up of former players from the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, a group of 13 people. Most of them were former players. Formed a committee and did all the legwork to get the Hall of Fame going. The 1969 team was the first state champion in the state of Tennessee. That's the first year that Tennessee went to a playoff system. There were only 3 classifications at that time, single A, double A, triple A. Loudon was classified as a double A team. The 69 team went 11-0-1. They had one time the regular season. Only had to win 2 playoff games at that time to win a state championship. They never got scored on during the playoffs, and they beat Humboldt by a score of 30-0. And that first state championship game was held on Duke's Field in 1969. Well, I'm not going to speculate who's going to be inducted, but in the future, the classes will be smaller. This year, we took in 10 players, a coach, a contributor, and 2 teams. Next year, that number will be cut. There's bylaws that are set forth. And then the third year will be even smaller than that, but it will continue at that number on unless the committee opts out to change the bylaws. And that's because you don't want to get 15 years down the road and think, well, we don't really have anybody that deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. If you take in too many people too quickly, you might run into that situation. So we want to be careful about that. And to speculate who's going to be in it, I don't know. You know, you got 12 or 13 people. Obviously, there's a lot of people out there who will eventually be into it, but who's going to be next, I would be afraid to guess that one. 1969, 1974, 1975. They won 3 of the first 6. We've been to the quarterfinals a few times since then, but we've never been able to get back to the championship game. Well, I was a center. I was number 55. I was a senior on the 74 state championship team. And it was a time in my life, just like anybody's life. High school athletics is special. You form a lot of bonds that last over the years. A lot of the guys I played with, I'm still a very close friend with. We've been out of school now a long time, you know, and a lot of them are still my friends. Those times were special. The community got behind us. The morale at school was great. The community raised money and sent us to New Orleans for the Sugar Bowl as a reward for winning the state championship.